Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transac's 2-minute warning for the week of November 10th. And in this week's 2-minute warning, we're continuing to look at some incredibly important factors that could impact your freight cost and supply chain issues in 2026. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been highlighting things that could happen in 2026 that could affect your freight cost and supply chains. Now, we've gotten great responses from folks asking for some more information before we dive off into other things. Now, as part of that effort, I was asked by the Journal of Commerce to once again be a contributor to their predictions for 2026. So that's in line with what I'd like to share with you today, because here are some things, if you're a shipper, you need to really pay attention to. First thing you need to do is understand what's going on in the freight markets. Perfect example of that is what's happening with UPS. A couple weeks ago, they announced they're going to be reducing their workforce by 40,000 people. Now, when you reduce your workforce by 40,000 people, it's going to have a consequence operationally, whether we're shutting down certain centers or just doing things that are different. One of the things that came out of that, though, was, for example, recently UPS announced that they have millions of packages clogging their warehouses because there's a problem with the paperwork, and with the elimination of the de minimis rules, it's created unprecedented volume. So instead of trying to figure it out, they don't have the bandwidth, they're going to dispose of those packages. Another thing that you want to pay attention to is what the LTL carriers are telling you and the truckload carriers. Now, one of the reasons I listen to these analyst calls where the carriers come on or read their financial information is because they glean and provide some important information about what they're intending to do. For example, virtually every LTL carrier out there of any consequence, let it be known, they're laser-like focused on reducing cost, and they're laser-like focused on maximizing revenue. You say, well, aren't they always doing that? Well, yes, but now they're armed with data that allows them to do that. What does that mean for your operation? Transact here, we're getting great results on the rate projects that we're doing because we work collaboratively with the carriers and ask on behalf of the shippers, what can we do to effectively reduce your cost to serve? And are there opportunities where we can float more revenue into some critically important lanes, thus lowering the operating ratio cost and getting better rates for our customers? Now, a third and final thing is take a look at the tools that you have and ask, are they helping me or hurting me? We cannot continue to be doing business as usual. And one of the critical things that companies are looking at, how do I eliminate the waste and accelerate the decision-making process there? And that's where tools like Transact Constellation TMS are incredibly valuable. Not only can we select the carrier, tender the carrier, track and trace, do all these things, but we can give you great information that helps you work together with the carriers to lower your cost. These are important things for 2026, and if you're interested in learning more about things you could be doing to lower your cost and improve your supply chain, send me an email, give me a call, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we are here to remind you, we are on your team, here to help, passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.